All right, 2023 is here, and we are going to discuss what has and has not changed with drivetrains.
Okay.
Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another great episode of Toolbox Topic. I'm joined once again by my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
Doing good.
Once again, we're at Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona, because it's where the cool kids hang out, and me. And today, we are going to revisit and discuss all things drivetrain, not only for mountain bikes, but for road bikes as well, because as many similarities as there are some differences.
Yes.
And we'll talk a little bit about the future of drivetrains and another related video. So this is going to be part one. We've got drivetrain maintenance coming up, which is the next one you'll see for Toolbox Topic. It's going to be a lot of fun. Brandon, let's get into drivetrains, dude.
All right. Well, I have this. This is obviously a Trek. This is a Marlin 6. The reason this one is in the stand right now to show everybody is because this is the first bike that you get from Trek which has what I consider our modern day drivetrain.
Okay.
It's not the fanciest one. It doesn't have the most gears, but we are ditching the front derailleur. We are ditching multiple speeds in the front. We are ditching the front shifter and going to a one-by drivetrain. It is my opinion that very soon, all those will go away.
Right.
I think that pretty soon that we're going to be seeing one-by drivetrains on everything, from even our most entry-level bike, and of course all the way up to our race bike on the mountainside. Absolutely.
Now, do you think we're going to be seeing these one-by drivetrains on road bikes as well, though?
I don't.
Okay.
I
so
think
we're
that's
going to
be
take the road
valid.
bike. It's going to stay for a two-by.
And we'll talk about that when we
get to that.
up.
Okay. And I just wanted to ask that question so he clarifies, so people in the comment section don't start blowing us up, going, no, road bikes will never go to one by and everything. Although we do see some gravel bikes using a one by.
Yep.
Depending now, my checkpoint is a two by, which I absolutely love. So it depends on the style of your riding, what you're actually riding, and what your preference is on that.
So people are going to ask, why are we going one by? I get that question every day. Here's the reason why. Well, first of all, we have redundant gearing. At one time, we were up to 30 speeds on a bike, 3 in the front, 10 in the back.
Right.
30 speeds in which some of those gears in certain combinations were the exact same chain inches.
Right.
Just redundancy, so they all overlapped. So now what we do is, by going by one by, we eliminate the redundancy in the system for gear inches per pedal stroke, and also we have a more efficient type of shifting, shall we say. Because if you remember, if I was in the big gear in the front and I dump down to the middle gear or the small ring in the front, what happens? In the back, you have to do a recovery shift, maybe 1, 2, 3 shifts in the back, so that you're not pushing too hard or have too high of a gear, or you're not spinning your brains out. So
plus cross-chaining was an issue.
And that as well. So we also help out the drivetrain wear and tear as well. So it is a much more efficient, lighter, simpler system of shifting for sure.
And depending on what you put on the front too, as far as your front charring is going to affect your gearing and your efficiency on the back. Because what we see now on a lot of high-end mountain bikes is a 10 to 52 or 51, depending if you have SRAM or Shimano.
Yep.
But that gear range is going to, they're up to like 540% on the gear range, something like that, 560.
Yeah.
But it's also going to depend on what you have up front. So
and that is totally preference, where you ride, how you ride. Some people enjoy having an oval ring in the front, total preference in the front. And a lot of people will have to experiment a little bit because, yes, you're locked in.
Yeah.
So choose wisely.
Choose wisely or figure out what you want to do
as
far as that
chain
goes.
rings for sure.
Absolutely. And of course, we have to talk about wireless shifting with SRAM. Shimano has electronic shifting, which is different, and we'll talk about here in a little bit. And although Shimano has been working on a wireless version of that DI2 shifting. Right. Did I say that right? DI2? Yeah. Okay. I usually screw that one up, guys. So, all right. Well, we're going to cut to a different camera angle. Brandon's going to kind of point out all the different portions or parts of the drivetrain on this particular mountain bike. Okay. And again, same. I don't care if you're a Specialized, Giant, Cannondale. If you're on a mountain bike, this is more than likely the setup that you're going to have, with very few exceptions, i.e. SRAM access as far as wireless shifting goes. And then we're gonna, through the magic of movies, we're going to cut to a road bike so we can show you the similarities, but also point out some of the differences too. So let's get this is why I have the glasses. So we're gonna get the other camera fired up right here. And then Brandon's gonna give us, remember, we got to clap.
Okay.
Well, let me hit record. So now we're recording.
Close. Why's it got to be so close?
Dude, trust me. And I haven't even zoomed in. I'm zoomed in, and now I'm zoomed out. All right, give me a hand clap, a count. Oh, you got a 1, 2, 3 clap.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. That's to sync the audio for you kids who don't know. And now transition, Brandon. All right, start pointing out the stuff, Brandon. What do we got?
All right, so we'll start up in the cockpit here. It's a nice, clean cockpit now. Now we don't have that. This one, doesn't have a dropper post, which I don't like anyways, for many reasons. So no left shifter actuating a front derailleur, just the rear shifter. This is a 1x10 system. Again, this is our entry level 1x. It's a Dior system, so it's 1x10, and we can certainly go 1x11, 1x12 as you get richer.
As your budget improves. Not richer. Maybe a kid went off to college. You don't have to worry about paying for him anymore.
Richard. So shifter in the front, 10-speed shifter. You can see that, again, nothing in the front, but here's what we got in the front. We still consider this part of the drivetrain. Crank arm, chain ring, chain. All this has to also be compatible with the amount of shifting that you have in the back. Coming back to the rear, this is where all the magic happens. This is our 10-speed cassette that you see here, mated with a Shimano Dior rear derailleur. You'll notice when we go to the road bike that our rear derailleur cages are much shorter because we don't have the same kind of gear ranging on the road bikes that we have on the mountain bikes. This one also has a clutch on it. You won't see that on road bikes, but what the clutch will do is it'll either firm or soften the spring tension. Right now the clutch is on, so it has a real stiff spring tension on there, and what this is going to do is eliminate a little bit of chain slap that we may get under rougher terrain, and it's going to hold that chain on. Before we had a chain ring and chain that was kind of kept in place with a front derailleur, or at least helped in place by a front derailleur. Well, if we don't have that, now we have what we call a narrow wide front chain ring, which is going to help keep the chain on the front along with the clutch. It's going to keep the system tight, and we can keep the chain on for rougher terrain.
Now, I remember back in the day they used to have shorter cages for mountain bikes, and now you just don't really see that anymore. Is that because the expanse of gearing in the rear as far as the size of the gearing?
Correct, for the size of the gearing. We need to have a larger a larger cage to accommodate that 50, 51, 52 tooth rear cog in the back.
All right. So now, is there anything we need to point out on this, or can we transition to the road bike?
I think we can transition.
Nice. Let's do it. Transition, Brandon.
1, 2, 3.
All right, guys, so now we are looking at a road bike, as you can see, and Brandon is going to go over the similarities and the differences we have in a road bike drivetrain, so you guys know.
Let's start at the handlebar, start at the cockpit here.
Yep.
So as you remember with the mountain bike, we had that underbar rapid fire shifter that required a thumb and a forefinger or a push as well on the thumb to actuate that shifter. What we have now is an integrated Shimano system where the brake lever is also the shifter. So this is my rear brake and shifter. So what you see here is, here's my brake. Now if I want to go to a higher gear or an upshift, you remove the inner paddle in. If you want to go back to that gear or go to a lower gear for a downshift, the entire assembly moves in. So this is, like I put the Marlin 6 up last time, this is the Domani 3, but this is the drivetrain that I consider to be a contemporary drivetrain, a good drivetrain at a good value, at a good price point. This is the Sora group set. So this is the first Shimano group set that I feel like really has a nice feel, a nice action, good performance, and still fairly well budgeted, shall we say. Okay. So we got our shifter up here. As we come to the front.
Now, what's some of the differences on the maintenance though? Oh, well, I guess we'll talk about the differences in the maintenance video and everything like that. But guys, no, there's differences in the maintenance for the shifters as far as that goes. So, all right, let's move down.
Let's also say, again, now we have a front shifter as well. Same actuation, however, it's opposite. Your downshift is going to be the inner paddle, and your upshift will be the entire assembly. So it is opposite, but a very elegant system, very integrated, good ergonomics, all that. So it's great.
Okay.
In the front, here's our front derailleur. We're dissing in the mountain bike section because we still have a 2x drivetrain, 2x9 in this case for the Sora. Should you go up to Ultegra or Dura Ace, you're going to get a 2x12 drivetrain. Reason being is we want to go fast. We want to go fast downhill, still consider this kind of a race bike. So we want a large ring in the front, 50, 52, 53 teeth in the front. You can't climb with that, especially some of the hills that roadies are going to want to climb. So we still need a climbing gear to help us get up those big hills. And now with the 12 speed in the back, we have a wider range of gearing. Everything's getting much, much better. But that 2x, I think, is still going to be very relevant. It's going to be around for a long time for our race bikes.
Okay. So now we're moving back here to the rear section.
So again, this is a 9-speed drivetrain. As compared to the mountain bike, you can see that our gear range is much more limited, shall we say, than the mountain bike, because we do have that ability to dump gears in the front, so we don't need that huge low gear in the back. No clutch on the rear derailleur. It's probably a medium cage, I should say. So we could probably accommodate a 32 or 34 in the back. Nothing like the mountain bike where it's going to be 50, 51, 52.
Right.
And then also no clutch because we have the front derailleur, and you're not going to be hitting the type of rough roads, rough terrain, or you shouldn't be, that you would be on the mountain bike. So the odds of the chain coming off the sprocket or chainring is going to be minimal.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's transition back over, and we'll close this sucker out.
3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. So there you have it as far as the differences and the similarities in the drivetrains, and this was definitely a brief overview. And we didn't really talk a whole lot about the wireless or the Di2 shifting,
right.
Or the maintenance that's involved in that. And we'll talk about that in subsequent videos. But yes, when it comes to the future of drivetrains, I also agree with Brandon. It's my opinion that wireless is going to be the way to go with our shifting. SRAM just released that new wireless drivetrain, which was called Transmissions. SRAM,
right.
It's Access Transmission.
Right. I've not seen one yet, but maybe someday soon.
Yeah. And when we do, obviously, we'll do a full review, but everything I've read and seen on it, that thing you can shift under load. It's a beast, absolute beast. And I'm more than happy to give up the few grams of weight to have that type of longevity and build quality on that type of thing. So,
and may I point out that these wireless systems are getting cheaper. That wireless set right there is only $630.
Right.
Not installed, of course, but the installation is so easy and so fast. It actually takes longer to remove your old parts than to put this on and set it up.
Right.
So, it's getting more cost effective every year.
It is.
And again, please, $630 is not cheap.
It's not cheap, but it used to be $2,000.
Yes, compared to what it used to be.
And it still is.
It's very affordable.
Yeah, and if we look at SRAM Exo Eagle Access, you're still talking $2,500 for the full set. So comparatively speaking, it's less expensive. But we understand, that $600 isn't small potatoes. So as far as that goes, all right, my friends. Hopefully you've got something out of this video. Again, this is just a brief overview. If you have any questions, if you feel there's something that we missed or you would like to have more details on, you're more than welcome to comment down below, and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. But before you do that, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification icon, because it's the trifecta we love so much here at Get Out Arizona. Helps out with the video, it helps out with the algorithm, and we need all the help we can get, to be quite honest with you. There's going to be links down below. The most important one, though, is the Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona. You can click that link, you can call Brandon up, you can give one of his guys or gals a call as well, or talk to one of them. They're all very knowledgeable, willing to help you out with whatever you need as far as bikes, mountain bikes, gear, accessories, stuff of that nature. There's going to be additional links down below for our social media that helps out with park passes, gas money, and coffee money. And it's the other trifecta that we love so much. And even though that social media is the devil's work, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, we like to get the word out because we're an interactive channel and we do group hikes and bikes. And it's a lot of fun, and we enjoy interacting with everybody who watches us. So, On that note, my friend, we want to say thank you very much for your support. 2 years now, Brandon. Like March, actually, it's 27 months.
Yeah?
Yep. It's a long time. Long time for this guy to be putting up with me, but look how far he's grown.
So quick, keep your questions coming, please.
Right. As far as that goes. So, all right, my friends, what do we always say? Seriously, be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards on that trail. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get out, Arizona.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next adventure, my friends. Take care and be safe. Brandon, we'll see you next week.
Oh, yeah.